Hi guys, today's question is about sex-linked characteristics and genes with multiple alleles. So, pause the video here, read the question, try it out, and then continue on to see the answer. Okay, so when it comes to this topic, you always read all the information because you're going to use all of it. So when it comes to the first sentence, it says that male is XX and female is XY. Now, they've put that in there because, it's for the bird, but also, when you think about it, humans are the opposite of that. Male would be XY opposed to female. And so you really need to highlight that and underline or whatever in the exam because that's going to determine how you write your parental genotype. Cool. So, next thing says the sex-linked characteristic, that's fine. And then it tells you what the colour feathers are by representing it as C to the power of, the shortened version of the colour. And then what's really important to notice is that it says CR is dominant to CBR, which is dominant to CBL. That means, right, the order of, priority is that this is the most, this is the least important. So if CR and XCR and XCBR are together, then this will take priority. But if XCBR and XCBL is together, XCBR takes priority. So this would be ash red feathers, and then this would be brown feathers. Okay, so that's what that means. Now, this is something that is going to trick many people. Okay, this sentence here. It says that a pigeon breeder crossed an ash red male with a brown female. That's fine, everyone can find out what the parental genotypes are. But this part, the next part, is going to trick so many different people, okay? 2 eggs hatch to produce 1 brown male and 1 blue female. So that means you need to write your parental genotypes in a way that will produce a brown male and a blue female, Okay? Now, you can't just think, it's just going to be, X this and X that. You can't really guess it. You have to do trial and error for it. So here's what I would do, okay? I would have a set of combinations that I think could potentially, lead to the 2 outcomes that we want. Then I would do a Punnett square on the side and see whether they actually did it or not, okay? So I've done that, but I just didn't show it. But here what I've written is the final answer. So having done the trial and error and stuff, this will be the set of parental genotypes, okay? Male, again, remember, is XX. Female is XY, and hence, I've done them respectively. So, then it says gametes. Remember, whenever you write your gametes, circle them, okay? So gametes basically mean to separate them out, as I've done there. Then it says F1 generation genotype. So if you've watched the second video of this playlist, Patterns of Inheritance, remember when the question, had a big space between the gametes and then the F1 generation genotype, and I said in that space you do the Punnett square, right? So here they haven't done it, okay? But that's fine. Look at all that space we have, So, if they haven't given you the space between those 2, titles and whatever, just do it somewhere else, okay? Cool. So I've done the Punnett square here. And remember, the gametes are always circled. Okay, forgot to write this. Anyways, so then you've made your pairs, and you just write them down. Now, when it comes to the phenotype, this is something I really want you to get into the habit of. Always write the phenotype that is matching up to the one above it. Okay, in my exam actually did average just like that. My teachers always told me to do that. And I guess there's wisdom behind it. And also when it comes to phenotype, remember phenotype is the characteristic, so you just look back to see, if it's XCR and XCBR, well, XCR takes priority, and that is XX, so it will be a red male. Stuff like that, okay? Always write down the ratio as well. Okay, do it as like a 2-in-1. Yeah, I'm aware that I've kind of, spoke quite fast, but it's just, it's the same thing all over again when it comes to questions like this, and it pretty much comes up every year on the A-level paper, so I would strongly recommend you doing lots of practice on it, because there are many different varieties of how this question can come up. So before it was dihybrid inheritance, here's sex linkage, and stuff like that, and it could come up as another version as well. So the more practice you do, the better and more confident you'll be at them. And they're such easy marks. 4 marks could be the difference between you getting an A and A star, for example, right? So yeah. Cool. So remember, the 2 most important exam techniques are read the question first and state all the obvious points. Now over to you. Do some practice and let me know how it goes.